You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button.
I think we all know that LSU has assembled a great staff of recruiters, and they deserve all the bouquets that they're getting and are going to get because, when you assemble a top 10 class and now you already have the running start that you do for 2025, you're going to get a lot of, as they say, right, to the victor go the spoils. Well, 247 Sports put out their ranking of the top 10 recruiters in college football, and there are 2 LSU assistants on the list. Frank Wilson comes in on the list. Again, this is in all of college football. Top 10 recruiters in the country. They got Frank Wilson, number 8, crediting him with 9 commitments responsible for in the 2024 class. And then one spot behind Frank Wilson is Joe Sloan at number 9 on the list. So in the top 247 Sports list their ranking of the top 10 recruiters in college football. They got Frank Wilson, number 8, and Joe Sloan, number 9. A couple of takeaways, because I do want to run through the list real quick. Not that we need to get bogged down on this, but just I want to run through the list because this will be evidence of the point I'm making. So number 1 on the list was Fran Brown, who was Georgia's defensive backs coach, who just left to join the staff at Syracuse. Number 2 on the list is Holman Wiggins, the Alabama wide receivers coach, who left for Texas A&M. He's followed by Marcus Davis, the Auburn wide receiver coach. You can leave it there, Paul. By Marcus Davis, the Auburn wide receiver coach. Jason Taylor, Pro Football Hall of Famer Jason Taylor, who's the Miami defensive line coach. They have him at number 4. Al Washington, Notre Dame's defensive line coach, number 5. Junior Adams, who's the Oregon wide receiver coach, got him at 6. One spot before the LSU guys is Trey Scott, the Georgia defensive line coach. Then, as we mentioned, Frank Wilson, 8. Joe Sloan, number 9. And then rounding out the top 10 is Vince Morrow, the assistant head coach at Kentucky. So that's your top 10. There's only 2 schools, if you caught this, there's only 2 schools that had 2 assistants on the list, LSU and Georgia. But what's worth noting is that the number one on the list is Fran Brown, the Georgia defensive backs coach, who's not even at Georgia anymore. He's at Syracuse. So really, Trey Scott from Georgia, their defensive line coach, is the only Georgia coach on the list. So not only is LSU the only school with 2 coaches on the list currently, but consider Fran Brown left Georgia for Syracuse. So he's out of the SEC altogether. And then number 2 on the list was Holman Wiggins, who left Alabama for Texas A&M. So not only, obviously, is LSU's staff, the staff that Brian Kelly has assembled, a great staff of recruiters, but you look at the rankings since Brian Kelly has been here, like the composite rankings. In 2022, Kelly's first class ranked 12th. In 23, they ranked 6th in the composite. This year, they ranked 7th. So you went from 12th to 6th, 7th, and boom, as you look ahead to 2025, you're the consensus number 1 class for 2025 with a long way to go, but trending toward that. And then 26 is the bumper crop year in Louisiana, where 3 of the top players in the country, 3 of the top 5 players in the country are from Baton Rouge and New Orleans. So you're well on your way if you continue to put that fence around Louisiana to maintaining that and building upon the success they've already had. But congrats to Joe Sloan and Frank Wilson on the 247 Sports list of the top 10 recruiters in the country, and they deserve it for the job they've done already.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.